What's up everybody, Kevin NDS here, bringing you a video with the brand new skin for Grom. As you can see here, we're going to be playing Grom. I'm just taking one of each skill. And this is his new maid skin per se. So that was the new hook skill. We're going to take a look at a couple of his new skins or skills here. I'm just buying basically full build for the sake of having full build at level 1 because that makes life easier. So this is the new passive animation. Looks pretty cool, honestly. Looks like a lot of souls burning up around. That's actually pretty nifty. Looking at the new skin, that's a pretty cool passive. Here is the hook animation for the skin. So we're gonna throw that hook out there, and it is like a giant chain ball coming out from the character. So we will go ahead and do that another time here just to show everybody where we are at with that. Here's the skill once again. Whoop! Looks like a little chain ball. Comes out, does damage, you walk at them, and then they die. So, obviously coming out pretty good. We are going to test just the random standing animation for the character. So let's see what the character does when we just leave her standing still. She does a little boogie, picks up the ball. I'm going to eat some Frosted Flakes. That's about it. She doesn't seem to do a whole lot different there. That's okay. The skin itself is really cool. So, let's test the backing animation after we kill the champion one more time. I'm just go walk up and ulti. So the ultimate, not too much different than the traditional skill. However, still pretty nifty. As far as the backing animation, we'll just return to base and see what happens. Does a little swing and toss there and then kneels down. Nothing too fancy, but still something different, which is kind of cool to see for the skin. Right now I am having to play with the sound off, because if I were to play with the sound on, it would kind of overwhelm my speakers, because I do not have my headset, as you can see today. No headset. As far as things I like about this skin, amazing detail. As far as compared to the normal skin, obviously this Grom skin is way different looking. Does an amazing job with the details of the skin. Looks nothing like the original, which is pretty cool to see. And overall is just pretty cool. I like the skin. It changes Grom a lot. And actually in game could probably catch some of your opponents off guard, just because they'd be like, what character is that? And then you'd be like, Hook! So, pretty cool. I really like that. I know she has custom voice animations. I'm sorry I can't show that off in the video because I can't give you guys sound. However, it does appear from what I've seen that she does have custom things that she would say during the game, which is very, very cool. Her ultimate here, as you can see, a little bit different. She kind of swings the ball around there. There isn't a lot they could do with Grom's ultimate, to be honest. It's just kind of flailing his weapon around. So it's not like I expected a lot, but still they did enough with it to make me pretty satisfied. And then the passive here with the souls is kind of the biggest change in my opinion, and it's actually pretty cool. You know, they could have done only a little bit with this and gotten away with it, and it seems like they did a decent chunk. Like, they didn't just throw it to the wayside like, hey, let's change the color or something like that. They actually added some new textures, some new animations, and tried to put some effort into it, and they came up with a really cool new kind of art for it. And actually it gives the AoE of Grom's passive a lot more of a definitive barrier than I think the original did, which almost is more useful for both the player and the opponent, because it's a lot easier to see what this area of effect radius is going to be while you're in game with it, which, again, I really enjoy as somebody that plays Grom. You know, even if my opponents have a better idea of what they're up against, I would rather have a better idea of what I'm working with. So that's really, really cool. Overall, I think the skin is really fantastic. As you can see, they put a lot of art, a lot of detail. You know, the character looks really good. I'm going to see if I can't zoom this in for you a little bit. No. We'll do camera height low. It looks like I just killed the opponent somehow. I just whooped them too hard. They surrendered. But in the end, you know, I still feel like we got a good look at the skin there. As far as everything goes, backing animation, not too much that's amazing there, but they still did something, and I appreciate that. The voice, that'll be the mystery for you guys to enjoy when she's in there. From what I've seen and from character selection, super different sounding, which I'm very excited about. I'm sure they carried that out into game, and anything is kind of welcome as far as a voice change. Especially when it matches the character, and for what I've seen, it will match the character. Pull animation, they changed it enough, especially with her having a spike ball. There wasn't too much they could do other than throw the spike ball out. The passive, they changed it a lot in ways that I actually really enjoy, especially making a very defined passive AoE that's easy to see for both the player and the opponent. I think that's a good thing, and I really like the animation for it. The ultimate, I think that's spectacular. The ultimate seems to be really effective. They made it so that the ultimate isn't changed tremendously, but at the same point, they made it definitely different than what you're seeing with the other two skins for Grom currently. And the passive, more or less, you don't really get to see the passive very much, but I mean, it's still there. Overall, I think the skin is a huge improvement to Grom. I think he really deserved having a new skin and one of this quality. I think that it's going to be overall a really good thing to kind of get new players who haven't played Grom too much into Grom, just because it's a new skin. It looks really cool, and it might be able to get some people to entice buying the skin and playing the character more. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, especially if you buy the skin ahead of time. Kind of like I did. I bought the skin just because I main Grom. I got to Platinum with Grom, and basically with Grom alone. He was the only character I played in rank from Electrum 2 all the way to Platinum, and won all of my games basically with him. So I really felt like he deserved kind of the little bit of financial support right there. But let me know in the comments if you guys think Grom is a good character, if you guys liked the skin, didn't like the skin, how you guys think they could improve the character overall. Other than that, I just want to say that Estein's incredibly broken. He's a terrible character, and I hate him in this game right now. Have a great day.